Welcome to City Skylines. Playing this once again and hopefully having some fun with it. Today is gonna be a little bit different. I know there's some other cities that I've been playing and building on, um, but we're kind of just waiting for demand as usual with console. And if you're just jumping in and you're wondering what is the boiler only challenge, when you play on the Snowfall DLC maps, there's a thing called temperature, and it's like -6 degrees here in my world. So you need to make sure that your citizens are provided with heat. And there's a couple different ways to heat up your city, but I can only use the boilers, which require oil. And I don't know how much oil we have. Let's go look. Where's the oil? Out here in the water. That's not good. That's really not good. What am I gonna do? Uh, maybe I can reach out here. There's some back here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be really difficult. I could make an, I could like, maybe expand this island out here and do that, or maybe expand this island back here and get some of this oil. Because those are really probably my best options. I didn't even like think about this, but I've laid out some roads. I love this map, by the way. I've built on this map and we focused like this area back here, and I wanted to focus on the coastline this time. And my major city is gonna be right here, like in this area. As you can see, I've already put the highway through the middle, and all this is gonna be tall buildings city. We're going with American style today, and I want to also focus tourism if possible. So lots of hotels because I still don't have the unlocks that I'm looking for. But one of the reasons I'm doing this is because some of the buildings are locked behind boiler only. Which one is it? I thought it was one of these. Oh, I need 100% heating coverage, and I don't have enough heating coverage. So that could be a result of a couple things. It looks like this isn't warm yet. I might need to keep expanding and do some stuff with the heat, but I can't use a sauna. I can't use anything else that will provide heat. So I need to be really like careful and keep reminding myself that I can't use it. We've got an on-off ramp here, an on-off ramp here, 6-lane roads, 4-lane roads, some roads out here for power. I put some. We're going with solar power. I think in the city is the best way to do it. So I want to figure out where. First things first is to figure out where I want my um, like commercial stuff and where I want my housing. I think I want to aim for like most of the life on this side because the map kind of is going this way, and I think that'll make sense to have like people living in this area here along the ridge of this mountain, which I might do something with. I might put some natural park stuff, maybe a couple paths, maybe even a road going up to the top of this mountain would be cool because I have that cable car now with the mass transit DLC. Um, I've got a train line option here. I connected a harbor. It's not really powered yet, but I need some way for people to get into the city. I also put down a airport, but it's probably not even powered yet either. I'm not going to worry about it. So I want to start like here in this area. So usually the first things I place are like healthcare options. And I'm hoping let's see. Does this the sauna adds heat, so anything but the sauna would be good. I want to put down a district first. So let's just cut this city in half. Because this is going to be where all my major buildings are in this area. And we'll keep expanding. We'll do other things, and I can fix this later if I need to, but that's the idea. Not sure what I'm going to call it yet. Don't know. But I want the building options available. So enable style buildings. We're going with default, which is American. Power, water, smoke, recycling. Now, my question is, can I use the extra insulation cheat? Like, can I use this policy? I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna leave the game as it is. Let's do a park bonus. No education bonus yet. Recycle plastic. I need to plot out my dumps as well. That's always a important thing. This is going to be mainly residential. So we're going to tax residential. And we're going to put in studded tires because it is icy and we don't want people to slip. We're going to filter. No, because there's not going to be industrial, so I don't need to do that. Do I want electric cars? That only reduces noise, right? So I don't really need that. Do I want to go green cities in the snow? I don't know. Usually I put down a hospital first. I think we're going to go with the square hospital. I think right here, like where these roads connect, is the perfect place to put it. So that'll be my first building. And then there's some land here, so I might expand roads that way. I need a flatter area for the cemetery. That's not terrible. It's not the worst situation. We're doing the boiler only challenge. So I'm kind of restricted on heating. And boilers are run by oil. And we don't have a lot of oil, so we'll see how it goes. Worst case scenario, everybody freezes and dies. So that's kind of ridiculous to think about. So we're just gonna cover this major road in housing. And probably this one too. I don't want to go too close to that highway because highways create noise. People don't like that. So that's probably where I'll probably put like commercial around the center. We'll see how it goes. I need some power back here. Power. Maybe I could put like a power station right here of some sort. I like going solar. It's clean and it doesn't cause too much commotion. Doesn't seem to create an issue. I really like the layout I like the idea of where this is going and the possibilities of it, the potential, the future potential. So let's get a fire department and an American police station. And let's think about our parks. I need some roads in between here. 2-lane with trees is probably the way to go. Well, that works. I don't know if I want to curve here or if I should keep it straight. That's the real question. Because everything's going to follow this. I think keeping it angled like this is fine. That allows me to maybe make a road like that. And I can fill that with a park or something. Because we have free-form parks now. I don't even need an entrance. You don't need gates. See, that's the thing. Unless you want people to go in here, you don't really need gates. And if you click on it, it kind of requires income, but you could just have it like that, and that's the park. There you go. But I'll probably make it a city park. Let's go with the small entrance here. And we'll zone out the rest. Staying in play mode. Alright, so what do I want to do? This is going to be like the park you first come into the city and see. So it should have the basic stuff, right? The info. Maybe the plaza. Maybe the plaza is the feature of the park. Like, that's the whole point. Out of here. Let's get this tree out of here. Let's light this up, boys. I like that there's a lot of options with parks. Like, I could make it a garden, I could make it a plaza, I could make it a food court. Could do a lot of things. I think I'm just gonna go with the generic stuff though. Maybe some seating out here. You can barely tell that these are seats. But that's okay. sign. This is like just a welcome to the city, I think. We have to throw in some design. You know? Okay, that looks pretty good. Not gonna worry about the names right now. I can rename stuff at any time. That's the good news. So we're getting a demand for commercial like already immediately. And I had this idea of like making a parallel road, sorta, to the highway, like that. And the fun thing is I can go underneath. If I have space. If the game lets me do it. Interesting that I can't connect there. I would need a roundabout or something, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah, this highway is kind of throwing a wrench into all my plans. I don't know about curving. Maybe leaving some space in the middle would be fine. But I want it to feel like it's compact. Like I don't have a choice. So maybe I curve this road. Just to prove the point that I can. I don't know. I don't know. It looks kind of weird now. I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. I'm very picky about stuff like this, especially when it's like the backbone of the city. Like this is really important to how the city's going to end up looking. I think it'll look good if there's something in the center. Maybe a dead end wouldn't be terrible. Maybe. Because there's some unique buildings and things that need space. And if I could put them like here. That wouldn't be the worst. Wouldn't be the worst idea. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll try to keep things, like, linear. Grid-like, for the most part. At least towards the center. This one road is fine. Like, going parallel to the highway a little bit is fine. I think I should get one on this side that does the same thing. If I could fit it. Ooh, that works. That might need to get curved out a little bit, just to make it look better. Which is fine. Nothing has to be perfect. I just very picky about things and the way they look. So if I can split this in half, which is kind of the plan anyway, and we have two different districts separated by the highway. The only problem in doing this is I kind of want commercial on both sides of the highway and not just one side. Oop. So I'm gonna have to maybe open up some policies and things. I'm thinking. 'Cause this is the major part anyway. So whatever this city, we'll just name it after the map, which is Great Place. We'll just call it Great Place City for now. And then in terms of policies, I could do like taxation of high density. But maybe I won't put like tourism on this side. Maybe I'll just do tourism on this side. And that'll separate the commercial zoning, sort of, but still allow me to do commercial on both sides of the highway. That wouldn't be terrible. So like this side would be where people live and work and shop, and this side is like where the tourists come in. I think that's fine. That's not a terrible idea. I'm gonna put a unique building here somewhere in this corner. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet though. This is sewage out, right? Yes, okay. So garbage over here actually isn't a bad idea. There's one dump for the city. And I also need snow dumps because we're playing on snowfall map. I could put one in the center. Could put one of those in the center. Actually, I could put one down here in the center. That wouldn't be terrible. Because I said I was going to build out this way anyway. Just a little bit. You can have some dead ends and stuff. maintenance thing right here. That should be fine there, actually. This is gonna get... Alright, so what do I want to do? Should I stick with one of these winter unique buildings? Ski Resort, Snow Castle. I haven't done the Snow Castle in a while. And I'm wondering if this really, how well this counts as tourism, because I might put it on the other side. But I do like it. I mean, it fits here, or it could fit like that. Let's do it this way. Off of the 6 lanes instead of the 4. And then I'm gonna put a walking path next to it, which will really piss off people. Uh-oh, we don't have heating over here. There we go. Now everything's connected. I just like the idea of roads going one way and the highway just cutting that in half and not giving a fuck. I raised it on purpose, so it'll be noticeable. But then it's gonna get hidden by skyscrapers and buildings and things. Which will be fun. Alright, Great Place City. We'll probably use buses. We always use buses. And yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. Put the playground right there too. feel like this road maybe need to go over, but I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, that doesn't look terrible. And we're gonna put a unique building over there. I don't know what yet. Something taller, more tourism-y. Like, I don't think this really... It stands out, but it doesn't really bring in a lot of tourism, which is fine, That gives it a reason to be there. This is, like, kind of a park-looking type deal now. I like that it's pink. Spices things up, for sure. I guess I didn't realize that this added that much noise, but I think we'll be okay because the hospital's right there. I can just heal people if they're sick anyway. Alright, so we want to make this parallel as much as possible. Not every road needs to connect. There can be dead ends. It's a city after all. There's a road there. Just putting some walking paths. Jeez. Come on, man. Some walking paths to move civilian traffic. Let's see. Dog park. We got one. Let's get another one at the end of this. That works. I usually go with small park and playground all over the place. Just multiple versions of those. We also have ice hockey rinks available and some curling. Some curling. Nice. Alright, we got some parks all over the place. Hopefully that's enough for now. Until we start expanding. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit and I'm gonna save. So we don't lose any progress. I think not having this powered might be part of the problem for my next unlock. Maybe. How would you feel about flying over electrical wires with an airplane? That make you feel comfortable? Let's see, how's it going? Because I can't really see it unless I look for it. Heating coverage is 91%. What is not heated? Is it the harbor? Because it's not powered? That could be a problem. I want to get this unlocked, man. Like, I want to play the game, but I also want to get this unlocked. Oh, there's just like no heat over here. That's part of the problem. Why was that a thing? The hell? That should work, right? Please just tell me yes. Just tell me why. Alright, now we're getting the employee issues, as you do with this game, which is fine. I don't have too many schools yet. Where's that weird farm building? Oh, there it is. Because this kind of stands out as like something tall. It almost fits perfectly. Guess that'll have to go there. put the bus station at the other side. Because most of the main traffic on this map is gonna come over here. You like it? It's going alright. We're doing a special we're doing a boiler only heating challenge. And these buildings right here are the boilers. They only provide a little bit of heat and they run off of oil and nothing else. So we don't have a lot of oil. So people are probably going to freeze to death. People are probably going to freeze, but I really like the layout right now. I'm actually kind of in love with it. It works. Now, if I want to do a university, it would make a lot of sense to do it like over here on the other side of the residential stuff. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Or maybe on the other side. But I feel like direct traffic is gonna more likely go this way than out this way. But there's so much space back here to do something. I just feel like that's too far away from the city. I feel like if I do it right here, that'll make perfect sense. There's like a weird hill that I have to get rid of, though. This whole map is like based in a mountain. Actually, you know what? If I can get another road... like that, then maybe that's where the university is, based off of here. I don't know what kind of school to do, though. I think last time we did a trade school, so I guess I'll just do liberal arts. That fits perfectly. Oh yeah, they like that. Alright. We're just gonna paint this out. We're gonna expand it around the corner, down here. And everybody that lives in my city can go get some well-needed education. Education is extremely important. And if you can't afford it, I highly suggest you at least get financial aid. Don't listen to the Jake Paul scams. Education is worth it. It's more than just a diploma. And I'm a person that hates school, so that should tell you a lot. I think learning is important. I think there's issues. There's some major issues with the American school system, just in terms of like what they teach you and value of importance. And I agree with a lot of people saying that they don't teach you how to do your bills, and that's extremely important. Like, I didn't learn how to do bills in school. I learned it from my parents. Like, my mom basically had to teach me how to do my bills and stuff, and, like, pay taxes and all that shit. Um, but, like, knowing how to write a check is something I did learn in school. Stuff that you can actually use outside of after high school life. Stuff you would do every day. And I feel like I didn't learn a lot of that in school, and I had to educate myself on a lot of stuff to go to like libraries. I think that's the major issue. is that the American school system is like archaic. You had to take financial studies. See, the thing is that's not available for everybody. Like you might have taken it and that's great. And I hope you remember what you learned, but it's not a thing that's like widely taught in the American school system. It's just not. And one of the things is there's electoral courses, like courses you can choose, and for me that was never an option. Like I was placed in advanced trigonometry and I have a math deficiency. I can't do numbers in my head. I have to write shit down. Like in order to add and multiply, I have to actually write it down in front of me or else I can't do it. Like I can't add in my brain. It doesn't work for me. It's just a learning disability that I have, and I've learned to like live with emergency CPR. Yeah, see, that's first aid is something you should learn in health class, like basic health class, before sex ed. Like learning CPR or basic first aid is extremely important. I learned that from doing Boy Scouts. JROCT? Yeah, ROCT teaches different stuff than like an open programming school. Um, but that's crazy. I just think that's wild. I'm really glad that you, or somebody at least, had that option, though. I'm not saying don't go to school. I'm just saying that should be a thing in every school in the country. Period. It just doesn't make sense for it not to be that way. Like life skills, basic life skills. This isn't, it's not rocket science. You don't need to teach rocket science. Like I had advanced chem and like trigonometry 101, and I've never used any of that stuff in my real life. Now, if I wanted to be like a chemist, that would make sense, but that shouldn't be like a high school option. And I think one of the reasons is because the adolescent brain isn't fully developed at like 15, 16, 17. It's just not. And you can't decide. I think choosing to decide what you want to do with your life at a high school level is kind of insane. I think that expectation is a little bit ridiculous. That's just my opinion. So in my school here, in my university, we're gonna have we can have specializations. So we can actually teach education, which will raise teachers and educate my citizens more efficiently throughout the city. We can also have environmental studies, and I haven't actually found out what this does about the negative effects of consumer culture on nature. I don't know what this does. Like, in terms of benefits of the game, I don't know. And then economics, I think, boosts your offices and certain sales uh, with like trade and stuff in your city. So maybe we'll do education since I'm talking about education in schools. We'll do that. That'll be my specialization, and that fits perfectly right there. Common Core is something that's taught now, and I'm glad they teach. Hmm. I think one of the most important things is the way people can like educate themselves through media. Like PBS is a huge deal. Like free, like we have this thing called Nova, which is educational programming, and it's free. It's like completely free. It's public free public access. Hey Nimble, how are you? This is my city. Everything's frozen right now because I'm doing the boiler only challenge. Like my roads are completely frozen. So you can't really see anything. And it's nighttime. But look at my pretty little castle. It's nice and pink. Isn't it so cute? Don't you just love it? We were just talking about education because I'm building a university. Groundskeeping is something you need in all your colleges in this game. It just makes everything cleaner. And you don't want dirty stuff. Should we do drama club? Teaches people how to learn math. I've never heard of Common Core. I don't know if it's like a learning process or a class. I don't know what it is. I've never heard of it before. We didn't have that. Although you have to remember I'm old. Back in my day, we had like thick ass textbooks. Everything that's what was wrong with my school is everything was based off of these textbooks from like 1970. And that's why I feel the way I do about the education system in America. Like that shit hasn't been updated in my like I know kids that go to high school like my a lot of my friends have like younger siblings and their kids are reading the same textbooks as I did. That's a problem. That is a problem because there's new information, there's new sciences, there's new technology. And I think social media has changed the world so much that it should be a course. I think kids should learn about social media and like behavioral sciences in response to your actions in social media because I feel like it's such commonplace and as stupid as it may sound, I think being toxic on the internet and like uh internet harassment, like cyberbullying, is such commonplace now that it should be taught as like how to deal with it. Like how to deal with bullies should be a course. That should be a class. Like you should learn stuff like that. Waiting for Superman? Is that a Michael Moore thing? It sounds familiar. I feel like I might have seen it. I don't remember exactly what that is though. Cafeteria. The cafeteria is where all the students eat food. And you need to supply. This raises the health for your university area too, by the way. So this is a thing you always need. I don't know where to put it though. Guess I'll put it back there. Then we have a fountain. This just raises your prestige, which can get you more students. Do I have another dormitory? Or a study hall? That's the real question. Some of these buildings are really large, and they take up a lot of space. Study hall is good. That raises education level. Library raises education level. Arts club raises prestige, and I think it might put points into museums. If I remember correctly. This commendation thing, this graduation building doesn't do anything. It's just an animation. It's really pointless to like add to your school in the game. You had to watch it for educational courses in college. I never had to watch anything except for like I think the birth video in health class. Oh, we didn't use TVs in my high school like at all ever. I think maybe one time we watched a movie in class and that was it. And I think it was like an educational movie or something. It was something relevant to what we were learning. Uh, but I took um, intro to film, and we watched like the entire Twilight Zone series in that class. But that was like college level stuff, and I had to analyze every scene of the show, which kind of made me into a cinephile. That's part of why I love movies and entertainment on that level. Because you can make things have meaning. It's amazing, right? You don't just have to make a movie for money. You can actually make entertainment for other purposes. Remember entertainment? Dance club. Uh, Maybe a dance club. Dance club is fun, right? We can put this somewhere in the center right here. That works. And then we'll just fill the area with houses and stores. And it should be open. Yeah, Liberal Arts Administration building is open, so. Whoop! You guys can spend PowerPoints in the channel to make me name a district or a building after you. Just to let you know right now that this college can be renamed after somebody in chat. Where exactly did you go? You just went. Oh, you like went to go see a documentary, like it was in theater. Is that what you're saying? All my field trips were like to aquariums and shit. It wasn't even like biology class. It's like social studies. It made no sense. And I was like, why are we here? I mean, it's cool as shit, but this has nothing to do with what we're learning. It's a distraction. I think giving people more options for education outside of college is important. Like, cities need to promote libraries, and uh, there should be classes on like watching documentaries or something. At least give people the option. Because I really want to go back and finish film school, but I can't afford it. It's $20,000 for one class, like one course, which is maybe it's like 37 to 40 days long, I think. And you just take the course, and you get a degree in film, and that's it. It's pretty easy and basic, but the problem is it's so expensive. And I feel like if I take it, it's not going to be anything that I don't already know. Just from like YouTube and what I've already learned, what I already know about. Oh shit! What I already know about movies. Like my dream job. I don't know if you guys know this, but my dream job is to be a director. Like that's my dream. Will it ever happen? Probably not, because I can't afford it. Cheers for the other host. Yeah, no problem, Mike Bison. I think we have mutuals, and I always check mutual discords to support other people. But I hope your games went good. I hope you were having fun playing. I think you were playing an MMO. Or was that somebody else? I don't remember. I don't remember. I like your name, though. M. Bison is a Street Fighter character. Are you aware of that? What are we gonna do about all this frozen stuff? See, this is the problem with the boiler-only challenge. All my roads are gonna be frozen because they're not properly heated. And I guess I just have to add a bunch of snow dumps. I can put funding into it. Should be under road budget, road maintenance budget. There was so much emphasis on making sure grades stayed high enough to keep them Testing, yeah, testing is most of it's from memory, and memory isn't always the same as learning. You are correct. Luckily, I have a good memory, but I don't know if that means that I'm good at learning things. I feel like I learned certain things better than other things because, like I said, I have a math deficiency, so I can't like math doesn't work in my brain. But there's other things that I can learn really quickly and understand, like game mechanics. I know that's a stupid like jump to go to, but like learning, like I learned this game in a matter of 5 minutes, and I feel like some people have trouble learning the game. Now I'm doing like the hardest stuff to do in it. For standardized testing, I think I did. I know I did SATs. I know I did ASVAB because at one point I had to um, try out for or like attempt to go into National Guard, but that never happened. Obviously, uh, I aced both of those. I did really well. I always did really well in testing. And I might have had something else. What was it C star or whatever the I don't know what the other one is. But most standardized testing I did fine on. And I feel like most of it is just multi-choice questions about things you never learned from the class. It was either from in my experience it was either from like one specific textbook or like you had to do like you had your SAT study kit and that was what you learned off of. It wasn't like you were being educated on like oh, this is the question, what's the answer? It was more like here, read this chapter and then remember what you read. That was, you know what I mean? So I have horrible study habits. I think I'm just lucky because I can remember shit. You explain how you come to your conclusion rather than writing your conclusion down. Like this is, yeah, I get that. You're saying this is my thought process instead of just saying A equals B because of C. How to study. One of the courses you took was how to study for college. That's so. See, that's stupid. I mean, it makes sense, but it's also kind of dumb when you think about it. All right, we're just gonna fill out this area with more housing. These are just apartment buildings, raising our population. One of the interesting things about city skylines that some people forget is when you're doing high density districts like apartment buildings, skyscrapers, stuff like this, it's actually more often than not to be adult citizens. If you want a lot of families with children, you want to go more often than not with low density, which is the light green. Which is like smaller houses. It's just how the game works. It's weird. So you need both. I think we're gonna do the outskirts here with light green. This game was hard for you. There's see the thing is there's a lot of microtransact or not microtransactions. Fucking there's a lot of micromanagement. Excuse me. A lot of micromanagement, and you need to remember stuff and keep doing certain things. But there's like a clear way to play the game. I'm not just doing random stuff because I feel like it. There's a little bit of freedom, but it's like you still have to play the game. You know what I mean? Like, if it was up to me, I would do nothing but skyscrapers on the whole map. But that's not gonna get me to what I need. That's not gonna realistically help me out in increasing my population. You should stream Civ 6. It's been a long time since I've streamed Civ. Like a really long time. My strategy changes depending on the Civ that I play, which should be the same for you. If you want to be good at the game, I'm like decent at it. Like I've won a couple multiplayer games, but definitely not the best player at it. That's for sure. Civ is a whole different learning process. Civ is a lot of learning the AI too, like more than just the mechanics of the game, like learning what certain AIs are more likely to do, like who's aggressive and who's not aggressive. You know what I mean? Like who do you want to fuck with and who do you want to trade with? And you will a browser version of Civ 1. I don't even remember what that would be. Is it just like the most basic pixelated RTS ever? I feel like Civ 1 is probably more turn-based. Like, even more so turn-based than the other ones. Like, it's a tactics game. Have you ever played Age of Empires? It's probably like that. Age of Empires is like it's like a slower, more strategy-based Civ, and it's not as fun. It's literally playing chess. It's like playing Risk. I don't like it. I like playing Civ on like advanced speed. I don't like the super long games. You can play it for 13 hours, but I don't like doing that. I like playing on advanced speed. It's just easier. It's more fun. You get more like reward out of it, especially if you're playing against somebody else. Does Nimble, do you even know what I'm talking about? Civilization? You like it? Oh, I see. I see, said the blind man, pissing into the wind. It's all coming back to me now. That's a joke. Have I played Rome? I don't think so. But is it like... You mean like, wait, the Civ of Rome or the game Rome? If you mean the Civ, then yes. I've played Germany, America, France, Egypt, India, Greece, and my favorite is Egypt out of all of those. Which is weird. Because I think I really like the playing British and going like currency only. Straight naval power, baby. Alright, I don't know what I need now. I think we're just gonna... Seems like I still have some frozen roads. I think I am just gonna start building more schools? I guess. Question mark. Is that too far away? No, that's fine. Oh god, there's thunderstorms in the snow! Da-da-da-da-da-da. You want to see something funny? There's... Look at this. You can play tennis in the snow. Why is that available in this map? I don't know. Who would do such a thing? It's 6 degrees. It's like 5 degrees out, and people are just playing tennis. Imagine. These roads are not flat. Sometimes, when the road isn't straight, sometimes the buildings don't want to go where they need to go. It can be frustrating. But I need some parks over here. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Chestnut. Okay. It doesn't matter what else happens because I'm losing tons of money. Which could be a problem. But I could gain money if I put down a bus line? Maybe? I don't know what's happening. My game was freaking out for a second. Alright, let's put a stop there. What I usually do... Oh, by the way, for anyone that's interested in playing this game, what I usually do is I place my bus stops at near an intersection or near a major building, and I find that works out the best. Late game Civ is tough for you? You mean like just winning in general? Which way should I go? Let's go this way. Have I ever tried Planet Coaster? I can't run it. So, yes. I've tried to play it. I've never actually gotten to play it. It's coming out for PS4 in like July, August, maybe? Late summer is what it says. So when it comes to PS4, I'll play it. How about that? It is it's the same type of game, so yes. It's right up my alley. I've played all the Roller Coaster Tycoons. And Planet Zoo is kind of like my dream game, but I can't run it on my computer. My computer's really poopy. Like, I would stream this on PC, but it lags so hard. It chunks, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm afraid to play Civ with you, Underdog. Other Underdog. Not me. It's because Civ sometimes chunks. Like, my computer's really bad. It's so old. It's like 7 or 8 years old now. My Cybertron. It's bad. Real bad. See how certain sections of my road are frozen? When they're iced up like this, that's not good. My bus is stuck. Like, hello? There we go. I fixed it. Alright. Da 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 da. Alright, it's looking good. It's going. It's happening. I think the idea is to get some sort of bus line from this airport back to the city. So that way it's actually bringing citizens in. But I'm gonna need a turnaround point, so maybe like a road out of here. Maybe another depot. So like we're sending the buses out from here. That makes sense to me. Da 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 da. Stop there? Should I go underneath? Yeah, we're going under the tunnel. We're gonna go back down this main road here. You can double up on bus stops, it's okay to do that. I would just not, like, go over maybe 2 in the same spot. Alright, how can I turn this around? How do I get to the other side? I might have to fix this, hold on. I might need to do this. It's really dumb, but... Don't tell me I have to redo the whole thing. That works. Okay, save. Always save after completing a bus line. That shit will glitch out your game real hard. It's top 10 tips from Underdog. Still having frozen issues though. Everything. These symbols mean. Actually, if I click on it, will it say? No. It just means it's frozen. You find yourself struggling to focus on just 1 or 2 methods of winning? Military is the easiest way to win. If you focus on nothing but build an army, that's the easiest way to win. As long as you don't let somebody gain, like, nuclear power before you, you'll be fine. Just play a game where all you're doing is building an army. Like, that's it. Just focus on units if you want to win. It'll probably be the easiest way to do it. But sometimes the AI likes to cheat a little bit. Because it's Civ. It's not supposed to be super easy. You lean towards science? Well, that's your issue. And there you go. That's a little bit more complicated. So you're trying to get the rocket ship? Trying to go to space? Are you trying to win the space race? Certain civs have bonuses towards science. You know that, right? You're trying out religion, dude. Religion or culture, either way, depending on no matter what civ game you're playing, is literally the hardest one. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know why. I feel like my religions get converted and conquered, and then my culture just gets, like, deleted. It's really difficult. And I don't know why. I don't know why it's that difficult. And I, like, build all the right stuff, too. I, like, focus temples and have religious bonuses and all kinds of stuff. Nope. Nobody spent their points on getting the university named after them, so it's just gonna have a stupid name forever, I guess. having more foreign tourists than the highest domestic tourist count? I think so. I'm sure there's more to it. Like something else. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but I just don't know. I don't know what the best thing to tell you is, because like I said, it's not the easiest game in the world to win. It's not supposed to be. How many? Are you just playing like campaign and shit, or are you playing like custom games? You're just playing against like randomized civs, because that's dangerous. I've done that. You could I've played a game where I focused military, and then I was against like Russia and Germany. And it was like World War II all over again, and I was getting fucked. Very situational. Yeah, it depends on like what's happening and who the AI are. Like that's the biggest thing about Civ. It's like who are the AI in your game? Who is making treaties or allegiances with city states? Who is building military? Are you building military? How strong is your military? What are your cultural bonuses? What are your civ bonuses? How much food do you have? Like, everything matters. It's crazy. Everything's important. Civ is one of those games that, like, if one thing goes wrong, it's the rest of your shit is gonna topple over pretty quickly. Like, if you start spending too much money and you run out of money, you're fucked. But if you make too much money, it's a different story. If you make too much money and you just buy a bunch of units, your citizens won't be happy because they'll think you're like greedy. It's pretty crazy. And then you'll have riots in your cities. That's happened to me too. Your military is the strongest, so you're number one in military. That's good. And you're leading the way in science. That's good. War doesn't seem likely. It's Civ. It is Civ. The next turn, you're gonna press the button for next turn, and everybody's gonna just nuke each other. I've seen that too. I've seen wars pop out of nowhere for no reason. I think I want another. I think I want something like right here in this space. Like a unique building, like a skyscraper right in the middle. Because this is kind of the center, almost. So let's see what I have available, and you guys can help me pick out. I've got a couple options here. We could do... Not that one. I don't like that one. I don't like that. I don't want to... Alright, we could do Majesty. I can change the roads. The Majesty, I'll pause so you can see what it looks like. The Majesty is basically a modern day church with like 2 tower buildings like that. So that's an option. That's option A. Pay attention. That's option A. I'll give you 3 options. Option B is this high interest tower, which is a lot bigger and a lot more obvious and kind of sticks out. Or option C. Oh, you know what? Option C is going to be the cathedral. Or option C is the cathedral, which looks like the frickin' Eye of Sauron or something. It's really weird looking, but it's basically just a giant church. So what do you think? A, B, or C? You guys let me know. And that'll be our centerpiece. A, B, C. How do I do a chat poll? I don't even know how to do that. Chat settings. How do I create a poll? Like outside of stream elements? I thought it was under chat options, but I don't see it. So we have like an old school building, a new school building, or a giant church. Basically, those are the options for the centerpiece of the city. It's gonna go right here, so I'll remember. 7? That's not an option. 7. Seven? It's A, B, or C. You're not helping me. A. Alright. The Majesty it is. We haven't built this in a while. It stands out just enough to be noticeable. What the heck? Are you alright? What? You've ascended. Yeah, you know what they say. Everything that goes up must come down. Did you like that clip, by the way? I think I saw your reaction to it. That was crazy. I feel like it was crazier, like, playing it than seeing it. Watching it back, I was like, oh yeah, that is pretty hype. But when I was playing it, I was like, oh my god. Every button matters. Fuck. Everything that I press. Every time we touch. You know what would be cool? If I left this open for, like, offices and made it IT tech. That would be fucking cool. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this open for office demand. Say what to your face? Say that you're gonna fall because of gravity? You saw that? Did you see that story of the guy that wanted to prove the Earth was flat, so he made a homemade rocket and then he crashed and died? That's like irony in a nutshell. Your cheeks are clenched? What? Are you okay? What are you? What's happening? What are you, me? Being random? My chat's going wild right now. What is? Oh, there's a crime being committed on my on my campus in my university. I don't think so, pal. It's like right next to the police station too. I don't think so, pal. We're gonna need another. Another park that fits perfectly. Or not. Yeah, I got it. Ugh. Are you excited for next Sunday? Not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday? You know what's happening, right? You know who's going to be seen. The big reveal. You've been waiting a whole year of your life. It's about to happen. We're going to make it happen, Captain. Spoon. Yeah, Spoon's coming out. I watched the whole HBO animated series, and it was actually really good. I enjoyed it a lot. There's an HBO animated series with like Todd McFarlane introducing every episode. It's actually kind of badass. You know what? I'm gonna go the other way with this one. We're gonna go this way. Through the tunnel. Through the tunnel! And around. And back again. Colors don't matter. I don't care. He'll play it when he comes out, though. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's too many games. Imagine how I feel right now. I purchased games that I haven't even streamed yet. I've purchased games that are gonna change your life forever. I got Shadow of Mordor for like $10. I'm gonna stream the whole thing. Soon. One day. Not sure when, but it's on my list of things to do. I just got 2 Point Hospital and it's super addictive. So I got a lot of stuff to play. Like, I stream too many games. It's my own fault. I'm a variety channel, and I suffer because of it. Mentally, physically, view-wise. Like, people come in here for Mortal Kombat, and then the next day I'm streaming City Skylines, and it's a very different stream. It's a lot more relaxed playing this. It's like I'm not stressed out right now. I'm just kind of deciding what to put where. And I play like such different things. Like I have a playthrough of Dragon Age going on. You know, I got Sims happening randomly every now and then. It's too much. Like yeah, we're on the same page. Pretty much. Doom wears you out. Too much Doom is. Yeah, I can get that. If you play nothing but Doom, I could see how it could exhaust you. I think because it's all action. Like, Doom is 99% action and 1% looking for shit, jumping around, you know? But that's how it should be, because that's what Doom is. Doom is perfect for what it is. I would play Doom, but then it's just another, like, money. It's more money out of my pocket. It's another thing that I have to stream. It's just another game. And I'm not super huge on first-person shooters. Like I used to be, but I don't know. It's just, it doesn't excite me, like, mentally or Like, I don't look forward to big shooters. Like, I'm not, like, waiting for the next Call of Duty or Battlefield. You know what I mean? Like, I could really care less about stuff like that. Doom is the granddaddy. Yeah, that's true. But I played 64 back in the day, and uh-oh. We are running out of oil already for my boilers, and I knew this would be a problem. Let me check my unlock status. Should be under winter. Heating coverage is 98%, and I just ran out of oil. Fuck. The only thing to do to cure this problem is to expand into oil territory. I'll show you my issue. These black areas, that's where oil is. And in order to get there, I have to do drilling out in the middle of the ocean. I can't. I don't even have the option to do it on this map. I don't have the oil rig. Like, I don't think this counts. This won't get me oil. This will just get me power. Wow, they bathed this game in brown for Doom 64? It's Doom! What are you expecting? Colorful art? It's Doom. I don't know. Where is this? I need, like, I need the view on. Fuck. Ah! Game, please. There's too many menus. Alright. A little bit further. So, like, there. Alright, don't move the camera, Underdog. Shit, too late. So we want to go to, like, there. I'm expanding the land. This isn't cheating. If anything, this is gonna fuck me up, because it's probably gonna flood my whole city and kill everybody. And then I'm gonna fail the challenge. If I kill all my citizens, that would be failing the challenge. So this is maybe too risky? I don't know. We'll see how this goes. The enemies have green hair? I don't remember what the enemies look like. I don't remember much about Doom 64, besides the fact that I played it. I just know that I played it. I also know that I played, like, the original Wolfenstein on a floppy disk. That's how old I am. If you want a idea of how old I actually am in real life, I've played Wolfenstein on a floppy disk. On, like, Windows 95. That's a thing that I've done in my life. I'm not making that up. That really happened. Like the original Wolfenstein. I've played Daggerfall. That's how old I am. I'm so old. I purchased Sony Genesis. I purchased the Sony PlayStation the day it came out. I purchased the Sega Genesis the day it came out. I purchased the I purchased the Sega Dreamcast the day it came out. That's how old I am. Do you remember floppy disks? I played Carmageddon. Like the original Carmageddon. That was my favorite game as a kid. Carmageddon, Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and actually I think Doom was like one of my go-to games. when I was younger, because it was pretty much all we had anyway. We had like 4 or 5 games, and I had Mortal Kombat, and Mortal Kombat 2 on the Sega Genesis, like the combo pack. And Sonic. Sega! Sonic and Knuckles. So this is just gonna be oil. Like, there's my oil right there. We have to fast forward and I have to save. Because landscaping screws everything up. MK1 on Sega was not a great port. No, it wasn't. Sega Genesis is the most shitty, like, in terms of hardware and how well a console runs, it's so shitty, but it's so nostalgic for the games that were on it. I know everybody loves the N64, but Genesis, I think a lot of people forget that Genesis had a ton of games. Like, the library was huge. It was bigger than the N64 library. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, Sega had so many games, and there was a lot of fighting games. Like, fighting games weren't on console weren't a thing until Sega Genesis. And then PlayStation had like Tekken, and that was it. MK didn't come till PlayStation till way later. It was on PC, but it wasn't a good port. Like, fighting games on PC back then were worse than they are now. For sure. Like, without question. Classic reload and play them all on your browser? Yeah, but it's not the same. I feel like okay, so here's my thing. I could always get an emulator and play all my favorite old games, but it's not the same. It's not. There's a thing where your nostalgic brain brings you to a place, and that place for me is in my room playing a Sega Genesis. Like, the feeling of being a kid, there's a lot connected to it. It's more than just playing the game. I feel like true nostalgia is supposed to bring you back to a time and a place. And playing an emulator would do that a little bit, but it's not the same. It's not the same as playing the actual console. It's never the same feeling. It's just not the truth. It's just not. Some of the games on keyboard are asked to play. Yeah, but there's converters and stuff for controllers. But Sega Genesis controllers were shitty. I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's bad, and that's part of what makes it good. Sometimes jank is good. Sometimes you like things old. I like blowing on the cartridges, man. It feels real. It feels like you had to put effort into that shit. Your game doesn't work? Oh, you take it out, you blow on the cartridge, and you put it back in. That's not a thing anymore. I can't do that with this game. I can't do that with PlayStation 4. If I do that, the fucking disc will get dirty from me touching it. You can't touch Blu-ray discs. You're not supposed to touch them. You're supposed to, like, barely touch the edges. If you get one fingerprint on a PlayStation disc, your game is gone. Your game is wrecked. It's not the same. Things are just not the same as they were in the early 90s, okay? They're just not. Stop pretending like they are. That's fine. I like old school stuff. I'm an old school kind of guy. I like things from, like, my favorite genre of music is 80s. Alright? I like old school shit. I like classic movies. I like hard work. I like putting effort into things. I like blowing cartridges. This SNS The classic? I don't know if I would ever purchase that though. Like there's newer versions of all the old consoles. I don't think I would do that. It's not the same. Still not the same. I need a time machine is what we need. Just so I can go back. Like, you could go back and change history forever. I'm like, nah, I just want to go back to, like, early 1990 where I could fucking, like, the early 90s where I can play video games and watch Keenan and Kel. That's like, that's kind of selfish and stupid, but it's the truth. I don't want to fucking change the world. I just want to have fun. Fuck. Why is this gotta be complicated? I kind of like this idea of having small houses in the center here. That's okay with me. Like, in a real city, not everything needs to be a skyscraper anyway. I'm gonna put some extra roads back here anyway. I think I'm gonna curve one out. I really wanna, like, curve. Oh, where'd my curve go? I really want to build from here and curve along like that, and then go parallel to that. Like, is that too much of a curve? Not knowing shit about games? Yes, exactly. There was no before game trailers. Holy shit. And your advertisement for your game was like a 30-second commercial on TV. Holy crap. Remember that? Remember that? You know what's wild? Movie trailers. Being a cinephile, I can tell you right now, movie trailers are fucking wild right now. They're like, they're either, okay, there's two different types of movie trailers right now. There's 1 minute, like, teasers that show just big dramatic texts with loud noises and doesn't tell you shit. And then there's like 5 minute trailers that show you the entire movie. There's nothing in between. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's so bad. And I remember seeing trailers that were like, this is the movie. Here's the plot. Here's the characters. Go see it. And that was it. And you were like, oh shit, that looks hype as fuck. What is that? Aliens? The Aliens trailer? It's like, you just hear the noises and you see like the shadows of the alien, but you don't actually see the alien. And then they're like, alone in space. No one can hear you scream. Coming this summer. And you just see you're like shooting the gun in the air, and then all of a sudden the trailer just ends, and you're like, what is happening? That's it. That's the trailer for Aliens. One of the greatest movies of all time, and that's the trailer. It doesn't tell you shit. It just tells you it's happening in space, there's something's going down. That's it. That's all you know. It's fucking crazy. Trailers now, like that Candyman trailer, I know everything that's going to happen in that movie. I know the plot, I know the story, I know the twists and turns, I know all the characters, I know how half of the characters are going to die. Because I watched the trailer. This ruins the experience! It's over! Kids running in circles looking like they just saw the pics? What? For what game? I guess it depends on the game. The Mortal Kombat trailer shows like a little bit of the gameplay, and then the kid runs out into the street during a riot, and he's like, Mortal Kombat! And that's it. That's the trailer for Mortal Kombat. That's it. That sold the video game franchise, that commercial. And they were like, You want some lunch boxes? That's just 90s commercials? Maybe. Maybe. I feel like it's more than that, though. I need some more health back here, I think. Yep. Okay. I can't build a sauna. Everyone's gonna freeze to death. Not building a sauna is very scary. Because saunas provide heat and people won't freeze to death. Put a high school down here. Go get educated, people. Why is that 11-year-old ripping off heads? I mean, they still kind of ask that question, sort of. I'm not even gonna get into that discussion for obvious reasons. But... I think my favorite thing is Plague Inc. got taken off of the Steam Workshop because of coronavirus. Also, I probably just got demonetized for even saying that out loud. It's just so dumb. The stock market crashed. So dumb. People are dumb. People are mad stupid, yo. But yeah, the 90s were great, man. What happened? What happened to the world? Everything's so shitty. Is that part of getting old, is you think everything's really shitty? Does that mean I'm a boomer? Is this why old people are like, you damn kids? You damn kids and your technology. That's how I feel about TikTok. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. I hate people who think TikTok is funny. It's not funny. It's not. Loud doesn't equal funny. Sometimes funny is just funny because it's funny. Not rocket science. I hate TikTok. I hate it with a passion. I think it's so stupid. I haven't seen one TikTok that's ever made me laugh. And then there's people on TikTok that are like, "We're famous, so we're in a Super Bowl commercial." What? What happened to Vine, man? What happened to actually needing a talent or doing something? We'll put a dead end road in the middle just to fill that space. I like having this look really condensed. Like, it's an actual city, you know? And then we get a park here in the center. And little separation. I'm thinking of filling in this area with trees or something. Just to make it not look weird. Fill in the middle with a road. Like, I could put a road in between here. Maybe? Oh yeah, I could totally fit a road there. Check this out. Look how cool that is. I can actually zone off of that, too. We can have buildings in between. Oh, that's gonna be really cool. People are just doing cool stuff. I guess you've seen better TikToks than me. TikTok. Remember dial-up internet? Remember AOL? Remember if someone made a phone call, you couldn't use the computer? Do you remember that shit? That's what my childhood was. My childhood was uh, get off the phone. Get off the phone. I need to look at porn. That's what. That's what it was. You don't miss it? I kind of do. I kind of do, just a little bit. Not like dial-up internet, but I miss the screeching sound that used to pierce my ears every time. Alexa, play the dial-up AOL sound, please. I don't think I'm gonna do anything for like unique parks, because I don't really need to. I want to build a tourism area, and the only thing that really brings in tourism as far as unique parks is a zoo. And I don't really feel like making a zoo. It's too much effort. I think I'm just gonna stick with a smaller park. Like right here. I think these small parks are good. A lot of small parks are good. Being excited to get on the internet to play games for the first time. I wish I, like... Oh, I was talking to somebody about... I used to go to this laundromat as a kid. And that's kind of where I started playing arcade games. Like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Stuff like that. Pinball. That's where I got into gaming. That, like, got me into gaming more than anything else. Oh, there's a bus stop over here, dude. Hold on. I should build the entrance from the bus stop. Duh! You wish you were born earlier so you could experience the... If I was born any earlier, I would have been screwed. I would have been stuck in the, like, pre-internet era forever. Screw that. Like, don't get me wrong, I love old school shit, but I'm not taking back the internet. Like, alright? The internet's a great thing. I'm just saying, I miss a lot of the old school styles and ways of doing things. I was joking about dial-up internet. I don't actually miss that. That was a joke. Everything else, though. Everything else about the 90s was fantastic. Besides technology. Technology obviously advanced for the best. How these trees get lit? How they get sun if they're under... They're under this road. Find that sweet spot, baby. Yeah, that looks better, right? That might be too many trees now. I might have added too many trees. It's okay, though. ISP's a bunch of money to make the internet. And they use it to just buy out each other. Yeah, but that's corporate greed in America. That's like the American way of things. That's how it's always going to be. Can't blame that on anybody. Besides, I guess, people in general. Should this be a garden? I think so, right? Or a playground. It says gardens. I think I'm going to go with a garden. Garden sounds like a good idea. A garden in the snow. Sure, why not? So one of the cool things is with these ploppables, when you put the I'll show you. When you put these fountains down, they're actually frozen because of the snow. It's really cool. It's like such a tiny little detail, but I appreciate it. We'll zoom in and I'll get a better look at them in a second. Here. Oop. Walk mode. Alright. My guy's in a toga. That's fine. There we go. Winter clothing. It's very pixelated, but this is what the game looks like close up. Micro detail, maybe not the best. See the flowers? Maybe not the best, but you're just walking through the park, having a nice little walk. Ploppables are great. That's what they're called. They're called ploppables. Can I pee in the fountain? I mean, we can try. I can jump on top of it, spin around. Woo, baby! I'm so glad they added this walk mode, by the way, to console, because this was not a thing for a long time. And it just lets you, like, actually just legit play as a person and walk through. It's like, it's basically just a camera mode, but it's so fun. I love screwing around in it. Like, just walking through this whole city is an experience, dude. Who's gonna stop you? The cops! There's still police in the game. What do you mean? Proppables? Ploppables. I call them ploppables. You can call them whatever you want to. I call them that because you just plop them down. Ploppables. I'm unstoppable. Bet you didn't know I could do that, did you? Alright, that's fine. Whatever. We'll just throw in some lights and shit. This is gonna make me some money. We can change the charge rate of every park. And it's a really good way to make money fast. You just put a bunch of these and raise the charge rate to like $100. People will spend it because they're stupid. Cozy Gardens. There you go. Can you work a 9 to 5? Like in the game? You can follow people around for the whole day while they're at work. So, sort of. Following people around is quite interesting. One of the highly suggested things is actual police chases. I don't know how that would work. People are asking for the cops to like pull cars over. Because the cops kind of just drive to a building and then take a person out, like when they're committing a crime. They don't actually pull vehicles over, and I don't know how that would work, but it would be cool to see like a cop chase through the city. Let me see if I can find a person. This is a person. Actually, it's a bicycle. Bicycles don't count. Albert Adams is an educated teen going to high school. Oh, it's right there. That wasn't a great example of the follow button. Let's try to find somebody else. Where are you going? Going home. Faith Thompson. I'm gonna follow you. Following cars and trains is just a really nice way to see your city in a different view. I don't know where this person is going. There's a cop right there. Oh, I guess they live on the corner right here. So they went into this house. Then we got bus lines over here that are already full. And my population's about 5,000. I like that the Majesty is facing the mountain. I kind of like that idea. Because when you come down from the mountain, you'll see it like this. That's why I had it that way. Because I want to do something with this mountain over here in the middle. I just don't know exactly what I want to do. I want to put a road on the top. For sure. So let's do that now, I guess. Say from like here. These roads are not organized in any way. What is happening? Alright, you know what? Never mind. There we go. Might have to flatten out the top a little bit, but the idea is good. Yeah, I really like that idea. And then I can make the whole thing a national park if I want to. And then maybe further up is where the cable car goes? The cable car needs a road though. That's the problem. I want to go all the way up, man. Ooh, imagine driving on this road. On top of a mountain. Out here. So the only way to make this... Yeah, it's too steep. The only way to make that work is to flatten out the mountain a little bit. I don't even know if I want to do that. I kind of do though. Part of my brain just says go for it. Maybe only to here though. not all the way up. It's gonna be tricky. This is gonna test all my landscaping skills. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I could do it, but it's gonna look ugly and won't really be worth it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop that idea. Unless I want to go out up here. Up here will work because there's more like flat ground around it. So if you're confused as to what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to flatten out the mountain so I can build like a cable car up to the top. The cable car thing kind of requires a road though. So, like I need a flat road up here. Definitely gonna flatten that out. Yeah, definitely gonna flatten these roads out. That's okay though. That's kind of how mountain roads are. They're kind of loopy and weird, right? I think the question is, can I get another one from like the middle? There we go. Freeform connections, boys. Alright, that's perfect. We don't really need much more. I do, however, need to make sure this is the right road. Yes, it is. Okay. want no trees up there on the mountain. 2-lane up the mountain. Perfect. That works. That allows us to do some things. We need another park. Or I could just move that one there. That works. I've had no demand for industrial at all in this game today. None. Which is going to become an issue because I really need oil. My industry is going to be like 100% oil industry. So here we go. Tourism. That means everything on this side gonna pretty much be hotels. We'll see how it looks. I think this is going to be interesting to see. Okay, so there's one stop, there's one stop. Actually, I kind of want to go down this middle road. We can come back the other way. Don't like this color. I know we don't care about color because it's snow covered and you don't really see it. I just don't like that color. Can we get the other orange. This orange is way better. There we go. Alright, save. How long have we been in the nighttime? Let's fast forward. I've been building in the dark, looking for a bus stop. It's just worker demand. Like, people don't want to go get jobs. You need higher education. Student healthcare. Students are provided with free healthcare. Increases students' health. I don't really need that. I don't have an auditorium, so I can't do the other thing. We got a dance club, though. We be dancing. I think this is another space for a park. Like both ends of the highway, maybe. That'll like split things in half more visually. Where should the entrance be from the major road, though? It just doesn't even work. Yeah, it doesn't even work. It's gonna be a small park anyway. I think I'm gonna go with a playground because that's like the one thing we haven't done yet. Why can't I connect it to these roads? That's my question. Ah! The hell? No. How do I undo? Come on. Such a sweet spot there. It's being dumb. Oh, you know what I can do? I could go for the other thing. This one. This one I can put in off the road. This will work. put some food. Want any ice cream? Ice cream in the frozen map? We have more playground stuff here. I don't know where the front is on this thing. Oh, there we go. Grill. Call it the city playground for now. There we go. Advertisements. Where's the other things? Whoop. Advertisements. And advertisement. We're not naming all the streets. That's gonna take too long. This is just so when I look at the list, I know which one is which. We're gonna need another dump already. Okay, boys. Oh shit, we're getting our first hotels are coming in. This will be interesting how our workforce deals with that. Because I'm putting in libraries now too. Which didn't do anything. What the hell? These libraries didn't do shit! Are they broken? I don't know what's going on. Not working. I might have to increase my educational budget. I don't think I did that yet. Education at 115 sounds good. For now. still don't have an industrial demand, though. Going down this way. I like that there's no stop there. That kind of concerns me, actually. Like, badly placed, some of these. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Alright, now at least I have the major roads covered with buses, which is all that matters. I might need one loop going up. Oop. So this bus is gonna go up and around. All the way down. Biofuel bus. Let's go with a light green. This looks complicated, but realistically, it's not. It's not that bad. It's just making sure that I can get people from one part of the world to the other. I have the university covered, which is the most important thing. People can use the bus to save themselves a car trip. Oh, yeah. Not enough educational workers. What if I put schools out on? Schools out for summer. Click it. That'll send people to work, hopefully. Now, what's gonna go in the middle here? Probably offices. If that demand ever comes into my game. That's what I'm talking about. I think we need an update for either Demand Master or just plain old like overhaul of the demand system, because I'm playing on unlimited money. I should just be allowed to build forever without waiting for something. It gets frustrating doing this all the time. I think I'm gonna put something there. I don't know what yet. Leave some space for stuff. Maybe we can do A, B, and Z. Although there's a shopping center, which I probably need. I'm gonna put right in the corner there. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The train station. There is a train line on this map. And the train station, I believe, 100% should go right next to the airport. I believe 100% in my heart that I can make this work. I'm confident in my skills. I only have to connect this to there. Not that bad. Why is it going up further? Bro! Hey, that works! And you know what? Having it elevated only just makes it stand out more. Let's look at the positive side of things, please. The positive side is I'm gonna need a park or something. Spread electricity. There we go. Now that should work by default. Because I didn't like connect it to anything else. There's another train line from there. So I could actually bring one into the city. I have a train station somewhere in the center. Which I think I want to do. Big construction projects. They make me excited. Oh, I got a cool idea. Hold on. I got a cool idea. Alright. So. This train line gonna come out here. Where's the end point? Maybe there? That's pretty wild, yeah. Is that too far away? From, like, the center of everything? I don't know. I feel like that's a good place for it, though. That's the awkward thing is that kind of works. It kind of works. Although it would be so dirty to put it right in the middle. Like right here. If I could get that to work. Alright. I'm crazy. Now, we've got some problems. One, there is some tunnels. And I'm not gonna name any names, but I can't go through these tunnels because of the game. There's a certain way things work. This actually might be the craziest thing I've ever done. But I can go underneath if I go around. For some reason, the game really doesn't want me to do that. Oh my gosh, it's gonna work. No way. Can I raise that anywhere? Hold on. I've got like crazy ideas going through my brain. What if I go over everything? Is Underdog crazy enough to do that? Get this out of the way. I am that crazy. And you know what's even crazier? It's gonna work. I'm telling you it's gonna work. And I can't believe it's gonna work. I can smooth this out. Oh my gosh. It goes over. I love it. I love it because it's so wild and it's unexpected. You're just driving down the highway through the city and the train's going over you. Like, what? How's there room for that? I love it. It's gonna cause so much chaos. It seems simple. When you look at it, like, from above, it actually works perfectly. And it only has to cross, like, one road. So that's not bad. In terms of causing traffic issues, this drop is a little bit dramatic. But it works. It is City Skylines. That's a fact. This is gonna be a park right here. This is gonna be just your average park, yo. Kind of like it better this way, because that way I'm taking benefit of the bus station. It's not as interesting, but and I don't know if the train's gonna continue. I don't think it should. It might, but that would be weird. That would be like really strange to me in my brain to do that. I feel like I'm missing. I was looking for these tables. It's like, where the hell? benches. You know what? I think I have to redo the whole fence here because I rebuilt some of the entrances. Okay, I got it. That way, when you put down fences, you can't like have zoning around them, and this will just prevent buildings from popping up. Even though I'm like in control of that, I just don't want them showing up there. Hey, it looks good. We're gonna call it Train Yard Park. So I remember this is where the train is. That's how I name things, to remind me of where certain things are when I look at them in different menus. It just makes it easier for my brain. I think we need to rezone this area. Yeah, we do. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna rezone it, and that's cool. Do I want it to be a university city? That'll change the look of a lot of buildings if I do. I don't know about that. I don't really think I need to. Hey. School district. No, just kidding. We'll keep it American, so it's the same shit. We'll do education here, just because it's the college. Oh, you know what? Where's that museum? Museums bring in tourism though, so maybe I'll put a museum in the tourism section. I was gonna call it museum district. That wouldn't really make sense. So I guess this is University. Or Institute would probably be more. Institute district sounds weird though. How about education? Education. Spelling is hard. We were having a big discussion about college education earlier today in chat. I try not to like create controversial topics. I think we were all on the same page with the big idea. School is cool. Stay in school. Long story short, stay in school. This building is bright as fuck. These are all the hotels that are gonna build up. Looks good, looks good. Where's the... Here we go. Schools. We got schools. I'm set on education for now. I mean, the city's gonna keep demanding it, but I have pretty much all the major utilities that I need. Is the train even coming in here? I don't want to have to like connect these lines, but I might need to for the game to realize that it's all connected now. I could do it back and forth. That would force the game to have trains come in and out. Sounds like a deal. I don't know how I'm gonna do it though, because that's kind of an issue. Well, what if I go underneath? Oh, I can't because there's a stupid tunnel there. What if I do this? Kind of looks stupid on the map. Turning the wrong way. Eh, maybe. It kind of stands out, but maybe. It might work. We'll see. The problem is I have to get a train going both ways. I feel like that only covers one direction. We won't know until we try it. I do have one-way railroad tracks, but that's not the point. The point is, I might add another one. I'll just make it dark green so I remember that it's passengers only. Not a cargo train. Still have no industry, by the way. Might break this up into sections. Like, I want a museum district over here. I think that's what this top corner might be. Which would still raise tourism, though. So it's still it would still be beneficial. So now, we just need to paint over this shit. Which means we can still have tourism, but I only need, like, I think, what is it, 5,000 squares or something? Which really isn't that much when you think about it. I don't want to have to count everything. Oh, 5,000 squares and we have 200? Yeah, maybe. Museum. Muse. I spelled it wrong, but that's okay. M-U-S. Underdog made a botch. Museum. And I guess science? Does education lead into science or technology? We just don't know. The world may never know. We could just name it the Science District, because I think we're going to focus science. We do have a science center. Kind of fits perfectly there on the map, too. It fits both places. It fits in the middle and it fits right here. Like, perfectly. That really gives life to the city, I think. bus stop right there, so that works. I don't really think we need much more. Just wait for the zoning and stuff. Basics. I think it's gonna be pretty much more of the same stuff. Recycling plastic. Raise for commercial. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hard save one more time. And I think that's gonna be it for today. I have to go eat. I have to go eat supper. We're gonna drop a raid on somebody who raided me, like literally yesterday. She's really nice. Her name is Earthen Girl Gaming. Oh no, she just ended her stream. Shit. Oh no. Alright, never mind. We're gonna raid somebody else. Robin's playing Witcher. We'll raid him. Or his stream's not working. What the heck? Is anybody working? Is anything happening? Vero's live. Raid Vero. And I'm gonna go eat supper, and I'll see you guys tomorrow when we'll play something else.